What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we're returning to the Grips conflict and 0083 Rebellion. Last time, Gato made his escape from Africa, while Dreiser and his sub went down. Ko used the G-Fighter 2 and the G-Armor against the Kraken team. This time, the hunt for GPO-2 continues. The Kimberlite forces protected Annabelle Gato, who tries to make his escape into space. So let's get into this. The base commander Nu and Bitter and Gato have a drink. They praise one another for maintaining the will of Zeon going into these trying times. Bitter wonders how Gato, a former officer under command of Dozel, ended up with Delaz. He explains how he was pressured to withdraw, most likely from the Giran Kycilia power struggle, which ultimately killed Dozel in the process. This led him to the final battle of the war at Abawaku. We flash back to the final battle. They are succeeding at pushing EFF back, but they are ordered to retreat. Gato doesn't understand why. A beam blast comes from a GM. Gato pushes his wingman Karius back and gets his right arm destroyed in the process. He takes out the GM. They head back to Delaz's ship. His Gelgoog is totaled. He needs another mobile suit. Delaz tells him to wait. In the present, Gato tells Bitter that Delaz saved his life that day. They savor their final bottle of aged wine. Bitter's base is in an abandoned space mine. They have 10 mobile suits and 1 HLV to help them get back into space. They will plan for launch noon tomorrow. Gato wonders why he is doing all of this for him. Bitter says this is all for the birth of a new Zeon. Zeon will rise again. On board the Albion, the team recently received the Gem Custom and the Gem Cannon 2. The RGC-83 Gem Cannon 2 is based off of the mass production type gun cannon and has Alex Gundam's Choban armor. This is the first unit to have integrated high-powered beam cannons due to its powerful generator. They can also be battery operated with a battery pack. The cannons have an AMBAC-like system for balancing the weapons under Earth's atmosphere. The Gem also uses the same rifle used by the Gem Custom. It has a beam saber, but as a mid-range support weapon, it is rarely utilized. Ultimately, this new unit never went into mass production. Other weapons include 60mm Vulcans, the BOA BRS-85L3 sniper rifle, and the same shield used by the Gem Custom. They're getting new pilots and new units even though they think their hunt for Unit 2 has come to an end. The new pilots are Alpha, Chap, and Monsha. Bernard is slightly drunk and asks Nina passing by where Lieutenant Burning is. She tells him he's on the bridge. Bernard grabs her and tries to hit on her, but she tells him to let her go. Alpha and Chap call him an idiot. Nina demands that she be allowed to see Orville, as he is an Anaheim Electronics employee. Alpha and Monsha are Lieutenant Junior grade, and Chap an ensign. Last they've seen Burning, he was also Lieutenant Junior grade, and didn't expect him to be promoted. They introduce themselves to Captain Synapse. They and Burning are old comrades from the Immortal 4th team. Synapse tells the Immortal 4th that things have changed. But before he does, Alice Miller comes in and tells them that their hunt for Unit 2 is still on. A Zeon soldier comes in and informs Bitter that Orville was caught by EFF. Bitter wonders if he should risk exposing the existence of this base. If Orville potentially opens his mouth to EFF, they will know anyways. Little do they know that EFF already knows. Nina goes to complain about the detention of Orville, but Alice Miller tells her that he is a spy colluding with Zeon and assisted in the theft of Unit 2. The Intelligence Bureau is fully aware of all the Zeon engineers they hired after the war. We never explicitly state this, but Anaheim's absorption of Zeonic is very much a parallel to NASA hiring von Braun and the German engineers post-World War II. I mean, it's called Von Braun City. Alice lets her know that her employee is nothing more than a filthy spy trying to keep Zeonism alive. Nina can't believe it. Dick Allen has requested to be discharged and is being transferred until then. He has been disenchanted post-war, and engaging in a real battle made him realize that this isn't for him anymore. That is when Monsha comes over and calls him a bitch ass for leaving. Monsha is now the Dick character. Get out of here, Dick. Ko tells him that he doesn't know what Dick is going through. The two begin fighting with one another when they get a message on the PA from Synapse that Unit 2 is still in Zeon's possession. We get a short side story during October of UC-0083. The SB-W03 space pod is piloted by Ken Bieterstadt. This is a character from the video game Mobile Suit Gundam Lost War Chronicles. Also, the space pod is just a civilian use ball. We talk about this more in our coverage of Igloo. He is a part of the Colony Public Corporation and is taking part in the colony restoration project, salvaging what they can from downed colonies. One day he will return to Xeon as a pilot, but he is content with helping out here for now. He is doing all of this for his family. The Albion is going to do a landing operation. They will divide into 2 groups. Moncha, Keith, and Co will scout, while Alpha and Chap hang back and watch the ship. Moncha is upset that he has to be with the rookies. Alice Miller informs them that they have been onto this base since they've noticed large quantities of propellant going into the diamond mines. It seems EFF has known about this group of Xeon remnants before Orville. This propellant is clearly for something that is taking off into orbit. She believes that Gato plans on using an HLV to head to space. The Xeon remnants have been staying alive by supplying the locals with diamonds. This is most likely desperate EFF soldiers similar to what we are seeing in Gundam Katana. Their mission is to take out the HLV. Keith, Ko, and Moncha launch. Keith is using the new gun cannon and Moncha the Gym Custom. They aren't using parachutes and using thrusters to drop fast. Dick Allen gets a ride with the convoy transporting Orville. The driver tells Dick that the Albion left mid-resupply, which means they are on to their next mission. Suddenly, a rocket comes barreling in, destroying the convoy. Dick survives and takes cover. He sees the gang roll in and grabs Orville for blabbing and disrupting the diamond trade. He tells him that he only talked about Anival Gato and that he messed with the megaparticle cannon on their ship. However, this gang member doesn't really care about what Xeon or EFF does. It's just business to him. He shoots Orville in the head. Dick overhears this and realizes that Xeon knows that the Albion is coming for him. As they are making their drop, they spot some Xeon mobile suits and Moncha orders Ko to fire on them. He shoots, but at that distance he misses. They come in for their landing. Don't die, Keith. The Albion gets reports that they are certain the HLV is located nearby. Lieutenant Hughes and the engineering team fire the megaparticle cannon. Gato is on standby in the HLV. He must leave it to Bitter and let him handle things. The megaparticle cannon misses and the Albion begins descending. Val, an underling, wonders why Bitter is essentially throwing away their hard work over the past 3 years for this mission. It is because he believes that Delaz holds the will of Xeon above all else and puts his faith in him. He preps for launch and gives command of the base to Val, which he will surrender after the HLV launches. Meanwhile, Keith needs help on the landing. Damn it, Keith. The Albion uses air-to-ground beams for covering fire. Comms have been spotty in the area due to Minovsky particles and whatnot, so Dick decides to head out to warn the Albion crew himself. He gets in a dragonfly that is all EFF will provide him. Tanya teases Nina about being scared, but she is too busy validating the Gundam's data in real time. She says that if it is important to her, then certainly she should be on the bridge. Mora says that she is just a civilian and the bridge is the first thing enemies go for in battle situations. But Nina says she is right. She should be on the bridge. Bitter gets into what looks like a Zaku 1, but oh boy is it not. Moncha and the boys have pushed out too far in front. The Albion is too far away and engaged in combat. He has to send Alpha and Chap to support, even though it leaves the Albion defenseless. Alice suggests that they use Tanya as she is a qualified pilot. Tanya says she is here explicitly as an engineering officer and won't engage in battle, but all she has to do is drop off the container to the scouting team. The HLV hatch opens. It is almost ready for launch. Val laments to Gato that this was supposed to be Bitter's glory, but this is what he wanted. The two wish each other luck. The Dragonfly approaches the Albion. They hail the ship and find out it is Dick Allen. He informs them that Orville sabotaged their megaparticle cannon, and if they use it again, it could cause an explosion. Hughes is listening in on the conversation, and his engineering team goes into action to fix it. Dick Allen lands on the Albion. His wounds from the previous battle open up and begins bleeding out. He wants to use the core fighter to help the team. Ko and the team reach an access tunnel to the mine. They notice something coming out. Bitter activates the Minovsky craft system. Out of the tunnel appears the Adzam repair. The Adzam repair takes a busted up Adzam and integrates parts from the Asperis 3, seen in 8th MS team along with the Zaku 1. The Asperis fixes its Minovsky craft system mounted on the legs, along with giving it a mighty heavy megaparticle cannon. The Zaku 1 is attached to the top of the unit. This unit is connected to a giant cable attached to the Diamond Base's generator. Because of this, it is a sitting duck, as it is on a leash. Besides the megaparticle cannon, it has a 2-barrel megaparticle gun and a Zaku bazooka. Ko realizes that this unit is based off of the Adzam. Moncha tells him if he has time to analyze, he has time to fire. Enemy reinforcements help out, consisting of Dom Troppins and high-mobility Zakus. Ko saves Keith from the Dom, who was about to kill him with his heat hawk. Get it together, Keith. Bitter fires the Adzam Repair's megaparticle cannon. Nina is on the bridge and sees the power of the mobile armor. Alice Miller tells her to look and watch. This is what the weapons she creates do. Nina seems to be an idealist with no real-world experience, but I I feel post 1 year war, this idealism would be drastically beaten out of you, even if you were just a 14-year-old at the time. Dick Allen tells Co to help the Albion, but he is ordered to take down the HLV. Dick reminds him not to lose what is most important to him, which is the Albion crew. T-minus 20 seconds till the HLV launches. Rather than abandon their orders and take out Gato, they decide to head back and protect the Albion. Hughes is able to use the main cannon after fixing the bug, but it has to be used manually, without using their targeting computers. The Adzam repair is connected to the diamond mine's power source with a long cable. Dick goes in and destroys the cable, and Co will go in to attack afterwards. The HLV launches. Hughes fires the main cannons and misses. Gato gets away. The cable attached to the Adzam is destroyed. He has enough power to fire the megaparticle cannon one more time. Bitter rushes the Albion. Co grabs on to the mobile armor. As it rushes the Pegasus-class ship, Dick kamikazes into the megaparticle cannon, destroying the Adzam. The Zaku 2 attached to the mobile armor still functions, but Co instantly takes it out, killing Bitter. Co can't believe Dick is dead. Remaining Zeon soldiers of the Kimberlite forces surrender. Moncha says that what Dick did was stupid, and following in his footsteps is how you find yourself in an early grave. Gato makes it into low Earth orbit. He holds onto Bitter's diamond and says that he will carry out the will of Zeon for them. And that will do it for this episode. The interpersonal dynamics amongst the crew are thoroughly fleshed out in the manga. Dick Allen dies alongside Rabin Karks during the attack on Torrington in the anime. Here we get an extended period with him and a better understanding of his personality. Next time, Clara of the Kraken team heads into space. The Albion heads to Lhasa base 10 years before Char throws an asteroid at it, so we get to see what kind of city it was like. Also, Chima makes a return. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, Keith is probably one of the most genuine guys in Universal Century, but he isn't a good pilot. Peace.